He's going to get beaten. He's going to get served up on December the 19th.
A great job, but in reality, he's not even a domestic. He lost to what's his name? Fury. Thomas Fury.
Yeah.
Not even domestic level.
Eddie Hearn destroyed Jake Paul after exposing shocking Anthony Joshua fight details, making it crystal clear those flashy fight rules Paul clings to are meaningless against Anthony Joshua. AJ doesn't negotiate fun or rounds, he imposes reality. Paul's illusions of control are shattered before the bell even rings, making his hype look absurd next to true heavyweight mastery.
Whenever he wants. I mean, I don't think AJ's not the kind of guy that's going to start kind of messing around and doing 3 or 4 rounds, and you get some people go, yeah, I bet there's something in the contract where it's like.
Eddie Hearn lays it bare. AJ follows boxing's rules, but Jake Paul doesn't. There's no room for experiments or showboating. Every round counts. Every punch matters. Paul's casual confidence will crumble under the disciplined structure of real boxing. AJ isn't testing, he's executing, and Paul will quickly realize this isn't his world.
He's going to go in there and he's going to do a job on it. We don't play around in boxing. It's not the sport to play around and start doing rounds. No, we're going to go out.
Anthony Joshua shows why he's a true champion, calm, composed, and deadly serious. Jake Paul's overhyped confidence is laughable next to AJ's disciplined focus. This isn't entertainment, it's a masterclass in power and strategy. Paul isn't ready for the real fight, and the ring will expose every ounce of his naivety.
You're revealed into the big stage, so probably it's like it's all new a bit, maybe, but you can see I'm relaxed, I'm calm, and I'm looking forward to the challenge.
Liam Goff makes it clear that Jake Paul is out of his league. What Paul thinks is a challenge is actually a recipe for embarrassment. AJ's skill, power, and experience will systematically dismantle him. This fight isn't a contest, it's a public humiliation, and Paul is the main attraction of the comedy.
You know, you look at that and you just giggle, you just laugh. You're like, the idea that Jake Paul could possibly win this fight is farcical. Absolutely farcical.
Roy Jones Jr. hits the nail on the head. AJ's history screams annihilation against late starters. Jake Paul is walking into a storm he doesn't understand. AJ's experience, power, and precision will make Paul look amateurish. A YouTube wannabe crushed in the ring while the world watches him humiliated round after round.
So why not? He's the perfect guy to take him out too. He took him out. Why would he not take Jake Paul out? And for him, he probably make more money fighting Jake Paul.
Johnny Nelson's words drip with truth. AJ's pedigree isn't just reputation, it's a weapon. Jake Paul's bravado will be shredded under AJ's devastating precision. This isn't a fight, it's a demolition. Fans aren't waiting for an upset, they're waiting to watch Paul humiliated as AJ reminds the world who the real champion is.
So as long as AJ gets the job done, and I mean gets the job done, shows his world-class pedigree, and watch this.
Frank Warren nails it. Jake Paul is in over his head. AJ's strength, timing, and elite experience make this a nightmare for the YouTube fighter. Every step Paul takes will be calculated against. Every punch dodged and countered. He's not stepping into a fight, he's stepping into a one-sided massacre.
This was at a different weight, and obviously I knew he fights at, but I fancy him because he comes up a weight. I think it's going to be a real tough fight for him, a tough night.
Jake Paul's challenge is pure comedy. He's a novice stepping into the jaws of a heavyweight predator. AJ doesn't fight for clicks or hype. He fights to destroy. Paul's bravado will crumble fast. Every round, a humiliating reminder that skill, experience, and knockout power don't care about social media fame.
And so I like the challenge. People, that's the criticism. Fight someone in their prime who's a beast. I think people just want to see me lose. That's really what the message is behind it all.
Carl Froch doesn't sugarcoat it. AJ's 1-2 punch is a guillotine, and Paul is the head in the block. Every skill gap is exposed, every mistake punished. Paul lost to Tommy Fury. Now he's facing a former world champion. It's over before it begins. Humiliation is inevitable, and AJ will make it brutal.
This is a one-round job because AJ, even though he's past his best, even though he's seen better days, he throws a nice 1-2 down the middle. He's got a nice bit of distance, and fake Paul can't fight. He just can't. I don't care what anybody tells me. he can't fucking fight. He lost to Tommy Fury, for crying out loud.
Tony Bellew perfectly sums up the madness of Jake Paul, thinking he can step into the ring with Anthony Joshua. Money might talk, but talent, experience, and elite level skill scream louder. AJ isn't some over-the-hill fighter or a joke opponent. He's a former world champion, a knockout artist, and a heavyweight powerhouse. Paul's YouTube bravado is meaningless against someone who has dismantled top-tier heavyweights. Calling this fight lunacy is an understatement. It's dangerously one-sided. Every fan watching knows Paul's hype won't survive the first clean AJ combination, and what's meant to be a fight will likely become a humiliating, career-defining moment for the novice influencer.
Money talks, as they say.
Money talks and bullshit walks. We all know that phrase. We've all seen it, but this is another level. This is a really dangerous. He ain't fighting a granddad. He isn't fighting a grandfather. It's absolute lunacy. It's insane. It's dangerously insane.
John Fury doesn't mince words. AJ's power is so overwhelming that even a casual jab would end Jake Paul's chances. This isn't hype, it's undeniable reality. Paul has never faced someone of AJ's caliber, someone who has trained, fought, and defeated elite heavyweights consistently. Fury's brutal analogy underscores how ludicrous it would be for Paul to win. Every punch, every step inside the ring will expose Paul's inexperience. Fans are waiting to see AJ's dominance in action, and Paul's bravado will evaporate immediately. If Paul survives a round, it's a miracle, but history, power, and skill all point to a humiliating knockout.
He can't finish.
Anthony Joshua could knock Jake Paul out with his dick. So if it goes any other way, you know.
Duke McKenzie points out the sheer mismatch in size, skill, and experience. Anthony Joshua's career has been built on defeating world-class heavyweights, mastering distance, and punishing mistakes relentlessly. Jake Paul, despite his fame and bravado, hasn't faced legitimate heavyweights and hasn't earned a single ring-earned right to this stage. The physical and technical gap is glaring. Paul's youth and social media hype are irrelevant against AJ's championship pedigree. Calling it a dangerous fight is polite AJ's power, and precision will turn it into a demolition. Every fan knows Paul's fantasy of victory is doomed. AJ will impose his will and make this a brutal, humiliating lesson in boxing reality.
I don't believe to fight Anthony Joshua. It's not like he's beaten, 4 or 5, top line heavyweights, other heavyweights. I don't believe he's boxed any heavyweights.
Logan Paul can't help but admire AJ, and for good reason. Anthony Joshua's combination of power, athleticism, and championship experience makes him nearly untouchable. Comparing him to a gladiator isn't exaggeration, it's reality. Jake Paul, on the other hand, is stepping into the ring with a man whose resume dwarfs his entire career. Every punch AJ throws is a lesson in precision and danger, and every round exposes Paul's inexperience. He's not just outclassed, he's humiliated before the first bell even rings. AJ's perfection isn't arrogance, it's evidence. This fight will show the stark difference between social media fame and genuine heavyweight supremacy.
Anthony Joshua was a former heavyweight champion who's knocked out heavyweight champions.
Has he ever tried like Ozempic or Manjaro?
This is a guy who is already perfect.
Okay.
He's perfect.
Okay.
He's like, if you could sculpt like a perfect gladiator human being, it's
Lawrence Oakley makes an excellent point about AJ's athleticism and technical precision. Anthony Joshua isn't just powerful, he's a calculated, highly athletic fighter who uses speed, timing, and movement to dominate opponents. Against Jake Paul, these attributes become a nightmare scenario. Paul may have hype and social media clout, but he lacks real experience against elite heavyweights, and his defensive instincts are nowhere near the level required. AJ's gloves aren't just tools, they're weapons, delivering power with speed and accuracy that would make Paul's soft-punching antics look amateurish. Every feint, every footstep, and every combination will expose Paul's glaring weaknesses, forcing him to react in panic rather than strategy. Unlike AJ's previous champions, Paul cannot rely on reputation or crowd energy. He will face raw skill, refined technique, and knockout power. Fans know this will be more than a fight. It's a showcase of heavyweight supremacy, where Paul will inevitably be outclassed, outpaced, and humiliated, proving once again the stark difference between social media fame and world-class boxing legacy.
Got bigger head guards, bigger gloves, so stuff like speed and like athleticism plays more of a factor because you're able.
Joe Rogan nails the reality. This isn't just a fight, it's a masterclass in punishment waiting to happen. Anthony Joshua has one-punch knockout power that has ended the careers of world-class heavyweights, and Jake Paul has no blueprint to survive such devastation. Rogan emphasizes that AJ will treat this as a lesson, not just a win. Paul's bravado is irrelevant inside the ring, where one clean shot could end everything. Fans who remember AJ's demolitions of fighters like Francis Ngannou know the sheer magnitude of his power, timing, and precision. Paul's flashy antics and social media stunts mean nothing against someone who has honed these skills over decades at the highest level. Every jab, hook, and uppercut from AJ is a reminder of Paul's amateur status. This fight isn't competitive, it's educational for Paul, brutal for his reputation, and spectacular for fans who will witness a modern heavyweight dismantle an inexperienced, overhyped YouTube fighter.
First fight.
Yeah.
Because Joshua's going to try to make an example out of him, for sure.
And will.
I mean, Anthony Joshua's one of the biggest one-punch KO artists. What he did to Francis Ngannou, good lord.
Yes.
Do you want that?
Eddie Hearn makes it abundantly clear, Anthony Joshua doesn't take shortcuts, and Jake Paul is in for the fight of his life. AJ's reputation isn't built on caution, it's built on ruthlessness, precision, and an unforgiving ability to dismantle opponents. Hearn's words underline the harsh reality. Paul's overconfidence and flashy persona mean nothing when AJ enters with full intent to dominate. Every novice mistake Paul makes will be exploited immediately, every feint countered with brutal clarity. AJ doesn't play with his food, he ends it decisively, turning hype and bravado into humiliation. The danger isn't theoretical. It's a guarantee that Paul will be overwhelmed by a combination of speed, power, and elite experience. Fans will watch a social media star reduced to a punching bag for a former world champion. This fight will define the difference between celebrity fame and true boxing mastery, and Paul's dream of glory will vanish under AJ's relentless dominance.
It's a very dangerous night's work, and AJ will be, people say, oh, will he take it easy? AJ will be AJ. He don't mess around, he don't play with his food. He'll be going in there looking to take him out soon.
Michael Bisping nails the narrative. Anthony Joshua isn't stepping into this fight to simply win. He's stepping in to prove dominance and silence doubters. Paul's presence creates a lose-lose scenario for AJ, not because AJ lacks skill, but because defeating a YouTube fighter will never earn full respect. Bisping highlights the absurdity. No matter how skillfully AJ dismantles Paul, social media critics will downplay the victory. Yet inside the ring, Paul is stepping into a storm he cannot control. His lack of elite-level experience, defensive technique, and championship pedigree make him a sitting target for a former world champion. AJ's legacy guarantees Paul will be humiliated, and his career credibility will take a severe hit. Fans will witness the power gap, the skill disparity, and the inevitable destruction unfold in real time. This isn't a fight, it's a masterclass in showing the world the stark difference between fame and genuine boxing mastery, where Paul's hype collapses instantly under AJ's dominance.